Guys, welcome to our Halloween special for 2014. I'm here today with Bucket Man Daniel. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. And, we kind of just did some, story hunting, and we found some pretty cool, scary stories that we want to tell you for the special. And yeah, I think it'll be okay. So yeah, here we go. My great-grandmother lived alone up in the mountains at her cabin. Her husband had died, so she was there all alone. She only had one companion, and that was her loving dog. They both loved each other very much, and the dog loved her and comforted her. Every night, when she went to bed, the dog would lick her hand to let her know that he was there to protect her. One night, she had gone to bed, and the dog had licked her hand, like he had done routinely every night since her husband died. But this night was different. She had woken up in the middle of the night because she heard her dog whimpering. She wanted to comfort him and let her know that she was there for him. So she stuck her hand out by the bed, and she felt the dog gently lick her hand like always. She figured he was just cold, so she went back to sleep. The dog's whimpering had woken her up a second time in the night, so she stuck her hand out, the dog licked it, and she went back to sleep. It happened a third time, and she stuck her hand out, and the dog stopped whimpering and came and licked her hand. She stayed awake a few moments afterwards, and the dog had stopped whimpering. She went back to sleep again. In the morning, she woke up and stuck her hand out by the bed, but nothing licked her hand. She thought the dog had already awakened and was just in the front room. She rolled over and got out of bed and heard a drip, drop, drip, drop. So she walked into the kitchen and turned the handles on the same faucet, but it wasn't dripping. She continued into the bathroom to take a shower. As she walked in, the drip got louder. She turned and looked above the bathroom and screamed. There, hanging from the light, was his tail, was her loving companion. With his body dripping into the bathtub, she screamed and began to cry, wiping her mirror. In the mirror, she saw the dog hanging, and written on the mirror, there were the words, "Humans can lick too."
That sounds scary. That's just sad.
I know, it's pretty sad. It's pretty grim, too. I mean, basically someone killed a dog and wrote that humans can lick too. It's pretty messed up.
Oh, because you're saying someone stalked the grandmother.
Yeah.
And the dog.
Killed the dog, yeah.
That's just sad. That sounds scary. This is not sad stories. This is scary stories.
It would be scary if it was real life. I mean, could you imagine just seeing that, like, oh my god, a person was licking my hand and killing my dog at the same time? Oh, that would be bad.
Okay. I would cry.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like freaking out, like turning the page slowly. I would have been like, I'd be crying.
Yeah, well. Okay, tell me your story. I'm intrigued.
I'm at a quick part, so I'm gonna tell a quick one.
Okay.
So, the last man on earth sat in a room. There was a knock on the door. That's it.
What?
That's it.
Anything else?
No, your turn.
Okay, luckily I have a whole list here. Okay, I've never heard this one, so I'm sure it'll be decent. This one is called The Graveyard Wager. A group of young girls were having a slumber party one night and began to exchange ghost stories. One girl claimed that the old man who had been buried earlier that week in the graveyard down the street had been buried alive. She claimed that if you tried, you could hear him still scratching at the lid of his coffin. The other girls called her bluff and told her that she wouldn't do it. They said she was too afraid to go down there to the grave that very night. They continued to challenge her, and eventually she gave in to the peer pressure and accepted their challenge. Since she was going to go alone, she needed to prove to the others that she actually followed through with the task. She was supposed to take a stake with her and drive it into the ground so the next day the girls would know that she had been to the grave. She headed off to the gravesite, stake in hand, and never returned. The other girls assumed she had chickened out. and had just gone home instead. The next morning, as they passed the graveyard, they saw her there at the old man's grave. She had accidentally staked her nightshirt to the ground, and when she tried to run from the grave, she couldn't. She died of fright right on the grave. That's it. She basically accidentally stuck her shirt to the grave and got scared and died.
Okay.
Again, it's another sad story. It's not really scary.
Okay, change your list.
Oh, but I haven't read most of these, and I don't know if they're good or bad. I'm sure they're amazing. Okay. Let's talk about Halloween. Are you going trick-or-treating?
No, I'm gonna be just in my room playing Call of Duty.
Sounds amazing. I'm gonna be passing out candy and playing Call of Duty. Sounds like we have the same idea.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Hello guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, join the Buckerman Kingdom. And sorry it was kind of boring, the next one will be better. It was kind of last minute, we didn't have much time to plan for it. But, you know, the next one we'll try a lot harder. Sorry, but in the meantime, just have a great day. Happy Halloween.